Hey guys, I'm Dominique, business capital and funding expert, and kind of welcome back to the Domino Effect. Thank you so much for being here. Very excited to have you here. Every Tuesday we're here for you. This is your entrepreneur school where I want to talk to you about business credit, business lending, how you basically are going to be able to access financing for your business because we're the first female minority-led debt and equity financing platform. We're here for you and we support you. But in order to do that, you got to have the education and the resources, right? So today I want to talk to you guys about how you're going to be able to use business credit to grow your business. How can you, I get this question all the time, so I wanted to highlight it, tell you guys how you can do it. But before we even get into how you can use it to build your business, just go over, the steps. So make sure if this video resonates with you that you're liking this channel, you're subscribing, and you're sharing with your network because we are growing. We're on a mission to have, one of these in every state. We're on a mission to create entrepreneurs, to take founders, to match founders to funders, and we can't do that alone. We need your help. We need your support. So guys, like, share this video. Let's get these numbers up. We've already gotten up to almost 1,000 in like a few months. So let's keep it going. Obviously, the need is there. So there's 7 steps, right? There's some steps that you have to do to build business credit. And this is the domino effect where that's really our philosophy, right? Taking these actionable steps consistently so that you can get to where you need to be, right? Leveraging the system of preparation to leverage opportunity. Use the domino effect. So there are steps that you need to do that are going to separate you, right? Separate your personal liability, building an asset through business credit that's going to allow you to fund itself. So you need these steps in order to succeed. We break it down for you. I'm going to decode all of this for you right now so that you have a clear path, to the fastest way to build business credit. So by the end of this, you're going to know exactly what to do in order to take years off of the business credit building process to like just a few months. I mean, I'm telling you guys, this is how you're going to get tens, even hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars in business credit for your business, just following these steps, following this system of preparation. So we have a lot to cover, guys. Let's go ahead and dive in. The very first step of building business credit is you need to set it up to where you're credible. So lenders are looking at, if you're fundable, right? This is what their lenders are looking at to determine if you're even worthy of being issued loans or credit line. And what we do here is we really need to paint the picture that you are a really credible business. So we do that by improving your fundability foundation. And that's really just kind of like the basics of your business. So we make sure you have your entity set up, your EIN number. You want to go and make sure you have a business address, a business phone number, and that's separate from you individually. Okay. You want to have a website that shows what you do, get a business bank account, get all of the basics of setting up a stable foundation. Okay. You need to make sure every aspect of this is going to make you look credible. You don't want to use your mobile phone as your business phone, and you don't want to use your home address as your business address because I'm telling you that they do check. All right. So if you're thinking, well, maybe I can get away with this for a little bit, you want to get out of that mindset and just set yourself up right. The better you make your business look, the better your chances of getting approved quickly for business credit. So you have to make sure in step 1 that you build that foundation that's really going to set you up perfectly for step 2. So step 2 is getting set up with your business credit reporting agency. So this is a little bit difficult, right? How are you going to do that? Well, first you got to log into your Dun & Bradstreet. It's 100% free. You can go to Dun & Bradstreet. I'm going to put some links down here in the description so that you can get to it. It takes about 10 minutes to go through the process. Dun & Bradstreet will issue a DUNS number. Takes a few weeks, but this is a really, really, really crucial step. You don't want to miss it because you have to meet these 2 criteria, right? You have to get your DUNS number, which you have to get through Dun & Bradstreet. So make sure that you click the link that I have in the description so that you can get over there and get that DUNS number. But you need that to get your report, but also you need 3 accounts to report on your business credit profile. So when you're building business credit in these steps, right, that'll automatically get your profile activated with Dun & Bradstreet. But Experian and Equifax are much easier, okay? Because in the following steps, I'm going to show you that by building business credit, you're going to automatically set up your profiles with Equifax and Experian. And The biggest thing that you need to do in step two is to move forward with getting your DUNS number. So get set up with getting your Dun and Bradstreet number. It's super crucial because a lot of initial credit issuers are going to ask you for that DUNS number. So now that you've done that, you can move on to step three. So step three is getting set up with initial vendor credit reporting accounts. So there's a few ways that you can do this. The first requires good credit and the second doesn't. The first is there's this program, called Credit Line Hybrid, where if you have over six, if you have a guarantor who have a 700 plus FICO score, you may qualify for certain programs. That's unsecured, business lending. You can get 0% interest credit lines, no documentation. You could get, 3 to 5, sometimes more. And a lot of these credit lines report to the business credit reporting agencies. So not only can you get 50 to 100 to 150,000 to grow your business, you can even get it as a newer business. But a lot of those credit lines help you build business credit by putting high limit revolving accounts on your business credit reports. So if you have a guarantor around you, it's a great way to jumpstart your business credit building. But the other way you can do this is through starter vendors. And with starter vendors, you can tap into a really cool, source that doesn't require a personal guarantee or a credit check. And these are, starter vendors and places that I'm sure you've heard this online, but like places like Granger or Uline, but they do have some really unique elements to them, and that's that they will give you credit when you don't have any. So it's when you're building business credit, you can't get credit unless you have credit, right? So how do you get credit? Well, that's what the starter vendor credit is for. It's Uline and Granger will give you credit when you have none. And the other nice thing about them is they're going to report to the business credit reporting agencies. So they're going to do two things. They're going to give you credit when you have none, and they're going to report the credit that they give you to the business credit agencies. When you have about 3 or 5 of these reporting, then you can move on to the next step in building business credit. And this step is really important because whether you're using, the credit program that we talked about, if you have 700 or 680 with a really good profile, you could do unsecured lending. You can build an initial credit profile and score, but it takes one account with Equifax and Experian to establish a score, but it takes 3 with Dun and Bradstreet. So once you get that, you now have credit profile and scores with all 3 reporting agencies. So now you have a foundation that you need to build off of to start building more credit as you get into steps 4, 5, 6, and 7. And so speaking of step 4, this is where we're going to get into the good stuff. This is where you start getting real usable credit. So this is where you're going to start getting retail credit. So retail credit is like stores, right? Where you can get credit lines. So for example, Apple, Dell, HP, Lowe's, Sam's Club, Costco, even Nordstrom and Macy's, they offer corporate credit cards that you can get. Typically without a personal guarantee and typically without a personal credit check to keep your personal finances safe. And they'll issue it just because you established an initial business credit profile and score. So when you already done the initial steps, now you have profile and scores with Dun and Bradstreet, Equifax, and Experian. So now most retailers are going to start to give you business credit. And the more credit that you get, then the more credit that you actually have access to. So as you get 5 accounts, 10 accounts, 12, 14 accounts, more tiers of credit become available. And that brings me to the next step. And that is when you add more credit lines to your business credit reports. So as you start to get more retail credit, more accounts show up on your business credit profiles. Those are called trade lines. On Dun and Bradstreet, they're called payment experiences. If you log into the link, like I put a post in the description, you'll be able to see it. If you need additional help with it, go ahead and give us a call. We can walk you through it, book a free funding assessment or a planning session. So you can look at how many experience you have and see how many more credit tiers become available. So what happens now is you continue to get more and more credit. So you go from retail credit to fleet credit, you get fuel cards, repair, maintenance, you start to get auto financing, you start to get financing for computers at almost every company that sells computers, from HP, Dell, Apple. You can also move your way up to auto financing at places like Toyota, places like Allied Bank, Ford. You can even get to a point where, you're getting Visa card, MasterCard, or what's called universal credit, all under the business name. The business fund through the business funding itself. So that's really the next step is you're continuing to get approved for more and more credit lines as you go. And that brings me to step 6. And this is crucial. You have to monitor your credit reports. Maybe this should have been right after I was talking about credit reports, but this is crucial, guys. You got to get your business credit reports. Um, you have to see, which tiers are available to you. But in order to do that, you have to know how many accounts are on the business credit reports. You cannot do this if you don't have the ability to monitor your business credit. So make sure that you are going to our website, going to the links, because we can get you the most affordable way to monitor your business credit. That's literally going to save you hundreds of dollars from what the business credit reporting agencies will actually charge you. You can get access to your major business credit reports so you can see these accounts, these payment experiences that are reporting on your profile, and know that it's time to move on to the next step or the next tier of business credit. All right. But if you want to go out and do this on your own, like I said, you can go to Equifax Experian Business and you can get your credit reports. And now here we go, guys. Step 7. Now you have 14 accounts reporting. This is the end. This is the end of it. And if you follow the process, then you've done this in about 4 to 6 months. So now you can get everything you need revolving credit wise, basically with your business funding itself. So you should never need to get a personal credit card anymore to fund your business. And it means you oftentimes won't have to provide personal guarantees or credit checks because the business credit will carry you through and get approved. And the business credit will let you have significant better ability to get things like SBA loans or long-term loans, where you can get a lot of money, hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars in long-term financing to keep your payments low. So those are the steps of how you can build your foundation. But how can you even use this to build your business credit? Well, I just went through all of the amazing things you could do with it, guys. You can fund things like you're getting your computers. You can get your office furniture. If you're in construction, you can get your supplies. You're not tapping into your personalization. You're not personal credit. You're not your personal utilization. You're not hurting. You know that if you're doing things like funding your business with your personal expenses, you're essentially hurting like up to 40% of your consumer score. So you can get so many things with it. You can get financing for cars if you're doing, if you're in the car business. Like there's so many different things that you can do, you guys. You can get cards from Wayfair, from Home Depot. I said labor, I said expenses. If you're in real estate, if you're flipping, like this is insane. So think about this. And if you're marketing, you're going to get business cards. You can do marketing for your website. You need a website, as you know. So all of these things. And we have, there's a Net 30 vendor that also works with helping building your website that reports to build your business credit. So you guys think outside the box. Think outside the box because there's so much opportunity out here, and there's so many ways for you to access the capital that you need. So congratulations on finishing this training and coming to class today. I'm going to give you 2 assets today. Okay, the first is the business credit guide. This is going to map out more in depth, the foundation. It talks more about starter vendors that you can use to build business credit, gives you more details of every step of the process. You also want to make sure that you get registered for, a free assessment. It's 100% free. Click the link in my bio. We'll give you 100% tips. We'll tell you what's wrong with the fundability, and we'll tell you what you need to fix. We'll tell you everything that you need and what business credit building business credit and lending can do for you. So go to the links in the description in this training. So if you got value from this training, make sure you like, subscribe, and keep your eye out for our next training where we talk about more ways, more cool ways that you can access the money that you need to grow your business. And if you're a female founder raising capital, then you need to get into our Rise to Capital program. We're looking for 25 exceptional applicants. Applications close on April 15th. Female founders in agriculture, in tech, in health and wellness, and in beauty. We're looking to support you. If you're raising capital, if you're looking to elevate to the next steps, then go ahead and apply today. And the link is also in the description. Like, subscribe. Share this with your fellow founders, with your fellow entrepreneurs, and fellow small business, because we believe, and in order to create social justice, we need to create economic opportunity. And that's what we're doing here. We're not just a debt and equity financing platform. we are creating founders, we're creating funders, but we're also promoting economic opportunity for everybody. Okay, so let's get you funded.